Hey friends, so I was editing this video and I realized I accidentally deleted my intro. So this is my intro. I wasn't going to vlog my self-care healthcare day, and then I decided to because it really helps me stay mindful during the day, keeps me from disassociating. I had 4 medical appointments today. So anyway, please remember at some point to get up, to stretch a little bit, to drink some water, take your meds if that applies to you, and eat something if you can. And I hope that you remember that you are loved, you matter. I am so glad you're here with me, and I hope that you have an awesome day. Now enjoy the vlog. We start at our first appointment, I believe. First appointment is done, and it is time for second breakfast. At my second appointment, coffee time was great. Oh, that chapter on self-appreciation. I thought self-acceptance was hard. Oh, I'll have to share with you some of my reflections, but self-appreciation is so much harder. It's so much harder than self-acceptance. It's one thing to say, to accept my weaknesses and my flaws and my failings, but to appreciate myself? Oh, all right. Anyway, let's go to the next appointment. Thank you. All right, second appointment done, and just gonna have a pretty simple lunch here in the car, but then we shall go get ourselves some coffee. Oh, whenever I say that, I always think about that comment that one person made about how all you do on your self-care days is drink coffee. Absolutely right. Going to coffee shops between appointments is, quite frankly, what makes this day worth enduring. Anyway, so we're just having a protein shake and a fruit squeezy for lunch. Simple, but it'll work. This is my little pill case I take with me. Do you take lunch meds, or do you take meds more than once a day? I take meds and supplements more than once a day. All right. Time for coffee. And since I did my reading already and my self-compassion book, I actually finished that book, so I'm excited to start my next one. Anyway, so now we get to write and do some writing. Yay. Time for appointment number 3. I am about to get to the editing process of the next writing projects. It's amazing. I feel like I'm doing so much right now writing wise, but the reality is I've been writing for so long that I'm just now finally compiling. And so really a lot of what I've been doing, with the exception of my second book of poetry, most of what I've been doing has just been editing things I've already created over the years. And I feel like I have to qualify that. That goes right back to that self-appreciation. Like, I can't just be like, wow, I'm doing a great job writing and creating things. I feel like I somehow have to justify what I'm doing and be like, well, I'm not really that great. I'm not really doing that great of a job. Man, why is it so hard just to appreciate yourself? Anyway. All right, appointment number 3 is done. Went well. One more appointment and we are done for the day. So we've got about an hour to kill. So maybe we'll go get some tea or something like that. I feel petty being mad about this, but the lady in front of me was paying for her $6 purchase with a $100 bill, which is crazy. I don't know. It just seems a bit much when most places don't even have that kind of, I don't know. I don't know who I'm mad at. Like, it's not her fault she had a $100 bill. Like, I don't know her story. I don't know why the cashier couldn't make the change. Maybe it's a security thing, but it's just really annoying. I literally stood there for like 10 minutes just because somebody had a $100 bill and anyway. But I got another blue work shirt for $8, so I guess it's kind of worth it. Anyway, and I'm not late, so I kind of used up the time that I had, so I am off to my 4th and final appointment for the day. Yay! Something else I thought about with this whole self-appreciation thing. Self-compassion is the willingness to see if there's something wrong with me and be able to accept that. Oh, this is what I'm struggling with. Oh, that's so hard. It's still the ability to see something wrong with me, but self-appreciation is harder because it's finding things that are right with me and then celebrating that. Anyway, it's kind of tricky. And that ends the appointments for today. Hooray for me. 4 appointments in a day is a lot. Like, it's been from 8 o'clock this morning until it's now 3:30 and I'm just now done. That is not an ideal situation. Let me tell you that. But again, like I said before, I'm thankful to have healthcare and all that fun stuff. Oh, and this doctor, I only see him once a year. I don't know. You ever have doctors that are they're just intimidating for whatever reason? This is one of them. Not a mean person or anything, but for some reason, I always feel not nervous. I don't know how to explain it. I trust him. Like, I don't think he's going to do anything wrong. He listens to me. Just something about, I don't know. Anyway, I guess we're going to go home now. Home again. Jiggity jig. Shower, fresh clothes. I feel like a new person. So back to that self-appreciation thing. I realized that one of the barriers for self-appreciation for me is that back when I was a teenager and I first really realized that I didn't know how to make friends, I didn't know how to interact with people, I didn't know the rules of society or whatever, or what expected out of me as a man in America, blah, blah, blah. And I started reading all these books on, how to make friends and influence people, Dale Carnegie's book, and other books around manliness or just being an adult, how to be a good human. And I need to actually write these down and write this down, but I have these rules of what it means for me to be a successful adult, what I should look like, where I should be, and I have met very few of those metrics. And so it's hard for me to appreciate myself because the things that I do like about myself are not things that I originally valued. They're not in my rules. Like I can't afford to buy a house. I don't make a lot of money. None of the things I'm good at produce a decent amount of income. And that is one of the things that I thought I needed. If I'm a writer, then I should be living off of that writing, not, hobby money where I can, at least it's supporting itself and I'm able to, use the money to buy myself coffee or get more, whatever. It's, and so I think that's why I've been so discouraged and it's been so hard to appreciate myself, which then trickles into my self-esteem and my self-confidence, because I'm very confident to create. I'm not afraid to create and try to make things, but to appreciate that myself, to have my confidence come from myself is something that I have lacked. For so long, I have required that I meet the rules that I've set for myself from these books, various books I've read throughout my life, instead of just accepting myself because this is who I am. And I appreciate this because I just like this about myself, not because it follows some rule that I read in a book written by some other person. And I've also leaned on other people's evaluation of me. If other people appreciate this thing about me, then that means that it is good. And that's dangerous. When you give other people the power to determine whether or not you have value, whether or not you deserve to exist, it's not healthy. And I did not realize how deeply rooted that was in my own psyche, how much power I gave other people to tell me what I am worth. Anyway, so that is something that I'll be working on. It is part of my journey now, and part of my practice is I need to do some work to unravel these rules that I created for myself that are not healthy, hold on to the ones that are healthy, and and kind of go from there. How about you? Have you done that to yourself? I hope I'm not the only one. There I am again looking for validation. I got to work on this. But no, seriously. Have you ever been in a season where you gave other people too much power when it comes to determining your value and self-worth? Have you ever made rules for yourself, perfectionism kind of things that are impossible to achieve, or maybe because of your neurotype or an illness, you are no longer able to achieve? Let me know. And then what have you done to work your way around that? Any advice? I am going to go watch cartoons with my daughter because that is our date plan for today. And it is time for your next adventure. I will miss you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Thank you for your comments and for your engagement with my content. I appreciate you all so much. Love you.